All right, guys. So I am home from work and I wanted to share something before I go shower. And we just had maintenance leave because they needed to fix something. So what I wanted to talk about was I had gotten on here and I saw Kevin Leandro on his Facebook, on his YouTube, which I will post to my community, with a bunch of lies about me again. I mean, this guy, he talked to me yesterday for like over an hour of texting and he's like, what kind of motorcycle do you want? And he's like showing me his motorcycles, right? And then he's today like totally bat crazy again. I mean, he likes to say, I'm bat crazy, when in fact it's him. Why would he be showing me his stuff, right? His motorcycles. And I'm like, you want to be friends or something now? What is this about, basically, right? So on my channel, I take things that happen in life. It's not airing all my dirty laundry because there is a lot still there that I have not talked about. But it's picking and choosing what I want to talk about specifically and use examples in life. So Kevin Leandro is on the YouTube saying, "Oh, the court knew you were, bat crazy." And he's saying this because Donna Mae has tried to, say, "Oh, she must have a mental illness," because they use that to put other people down. And the truth is, the restraining order went on because Kevin Leandro lied about me. He said that I had taken a U-Haul truck, no records for this at all, right? No records at all. I took a U-Haul truck when I went to New Hampshire in June and was in Belmont. Now, if you look at the mileage on my records of a U-Haul truck, and maybe I'll get those, I was only in Concord with a U-Haul truck. So he got a restraining order and twisted that on me so that he could get that. I mean, this is the way the guy lies, right? So in Proverbs today, it talks about how God says the liar who lies is not going to go unpunished. So Kevin Leandro has lied about everything. He said that my husband never pushed me or threw me. He wasn't even there. He committed perjury in court. And now he's saying he wants a defamation case. Go ahead and bring me to court because you're going to screw yourself, Kevin. That's basically what's going to happen. I was taught growing up to stand up to bullies, and that is exactly what I've had to do. I've had to do it with Ben's parents who like to bully and push people around. I've had to stand up against them. And when people think differently, you need to respect it. So, like today, I was at work and I'm talking about work situations because that is part of my life. And I had someone say, well, this is how I think, one of the managers. And I said, okay, and this is how I think. And so we came to a compromise or some kind of agreement. And that's usually how you do things when people think differently. But bullies like Donna May and Robert May want you to think like them, or they will ostracize you. Same thing with Carrie May. She took a fit because my husband and I didn't want to go over all the time. So she took a fit and she took my husband to town on Facebook saying, oh, he's got a ring in his nose and all this stuff. Same thing. Kevin Leandro's like, oh, this and this. So I'm taking you, I'm going to teach you a lesson in life and I'm taking you to defamation, a lawsuit with defamation. I'd like to see it. I really would. And then Kevin's like, oh, we won and you lost and Ben divorced you of, because of you, right? And we're having a Christmas party and we're going to celebrate his freedom. This is really disgusting and sick when a guy like my husband has chose to not take responsibility for his own actions, leaving his family homeless, not dealing with his bills, not talking to the landlord, and then trying to blame me for him being in his truck when he had all summer to find a place. He actually went with Kevin Leandro and got help from Kevin. Yet Kevin says, "Oh, you live with your sons." So what? Why was Kevin helping my father? I mean, helping, my husband. Why? My husband's a grown ass man. And he's like, "Oh, Ben's gonna get a house now without you because his finances are straightened out." I said, "Very easy to do when you only have yourself to take care of, right?" My husband left all of us in rags with nothing, and he dropped communication and didn't even talk. Everyone's like, "That is insane. That is totally insane that he just left. He didn't even have a conversation." So, Rather than my husband taking some responsibility and doing his part and saying, you know what, it was wrong. It was wrong what I did. I lied to the whole community about you. I left you. I abandoned you. All this stuff. Rather than him taking responsibility, he tried to blame his wife. And he's done this for years. And I'm like, okay, Adam. And that's what I've called him, Adam, because, we know the story of Adam and Eve, where Adam blames Eve for his own disobedience. So, rather than my husband taking responsibility, I've had to go on here and fight his lies. And I've had to defend myself against his many lies and with his family too. And this is the type of family that is really got some social ills. I mean, Donna and Rob used to fight all the time, and they were going for divorce, and they encouraged divorce. And so they wanted my husband to have a divorce. And, this is not the way it's supposed to work, not at all. And my husband, who can't seem to think for himself, goes along with anybody. So Kevin Leandro has a very shallow, hypocritical, mindset. He's just very, full of lies, and the hypocrisy is ridiculous. It really is. So he's like, oh, we're going to have a lawsuit, and, I'm going to bring the bolts into this, and, da 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 da. And he's got nothing. He's got nothing on me. And that's the thing that I knew I would be doing with this divorce. I would be fighting every single lie, and that is where I won. So when you have a husband, you've tried to help him, you're like, you're going the wrong way. And people told me at the beginning, your husband is going down the path of destruction. And when you try to help them and be like, look, you're going the wrong way, your family's headed the wrong way. I mean, they don't love God, they don't want to bow the knee, they don't care about, church. They actually hate church, they hate Christians. Last I knew, you're going to get persecution, and they're going to ostracize you until they feel like they have some kind of satisfaction, and they will vent. My channel's like teaching, I'm not venting, but theirs is more like, oh, let's just vent until we feel better. And last night, Kevin's like, oh, well, it's so fun to pick on you. I'm like, why are you talking about, to me if you don't like me? Because he's like, only people who I like are going to this, celebration of freedom. That's really cruel. It is super cruel the way they have acted toward me. And all because I said no to them. All because I said, I am busy raising my family, and we will not be coming over all the time to all the parties. We will not be doing all this stuff. I've got homeschooling, I've got my own stuff to do. And they took it personal. And because of that, they attacked me for years. So I would like to see a lawsuit, and they can bring me to court, and they can do all they want, but every single video has been a battle against their lies. So they started it, I defended myself, and now they want to take me to court. So I say, bring it. Just please bring it, Kevin. And so if you want to check out his really batty thinking on my community channel, go right ahead.